Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. If you're joining me on Facebook, if you're joining me on Twitter, leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you're talking about. If you ever grew up playing basketball, if you ever played basketball, you know that basketball is the ultimate get back game. If somebody does something to you, if somebody scores on you, you can get it back. If someone D's you up, you can get it back. Someone dunks on you, blocks your shot, steals the ball from you, crosses you over. If somebody wins, yo, let me get that get back. I need my get back. It's almost akin to fighting because it's so intimate, right? It's so, even though it's not a one-on-one game, a lot of basketball happens with one person on one person. And so because of that, basketball has this really awesome competitive, intimate nature that you can make amends for whatever just happened to you immediately. In game 2 of the Boston Milwaukee series and in game 2 of the Golden State Memphis series, we saw just that play out, right? We saw teams wanting get back. Milwaukee beat Boston, even though they don't have one of their best players, $100 million player in Middleton, and they were still able to get the job done, right? We see that we see that Golden State went up on Memphis 1-0, even though Curry didn't have the greatest game and Clay didn't have the greatest game. They were still able to win game 1. So we knew in game 2, both of those teams, Boston and Memphis, was looking for get back. They were looking for get back. Game 1 for Minnesota, Giannis goes God mode. He's got triple-double, 1 billion rebounds, 1 billion assists, decent points. Didn't shoot very well, though, but the others got off. I think Lopez had a double-double. Portis had a double-double. Holiday may have either had a double-double or been close to a double-double. You're going to lose if you're letting all those guys get off, right? And then last night, Boston was like, nah, homie, we about to put these clamps on you. And really, that's been the difference with Boston all year. The moment they started playing elite level defense was the moment that their entire year, their entire season changed. Unfortunately for my Lakers, that they never got that, hey, let's play some better defense memo, even though their coach was supposed to be a defensive coach. I'm not gonna do it. Memphis did the same thing. They came out like let's not be fooled. They barely lost game 1 to Golden State, and in game 2 they made sure they finished the job. And now we have 2 series that are 1-1, and it's anybody's game. But for Minnesota, they did the job, right? Milwaukee. Their only job yesterday, their only job in those first 2 games was to win win one of them. They needed to win one so that they could have home field or home court. And the same thing for Golden State. They just needed one so that they could have home court. And guess what? They've got home court. Right? So now it's game on. They flipped the series to where they have home court, to where the last game, if they want to get to 4 and win, will be on their home court. Well, at least could be on their home court. So the get back is there. So even though Boston and Memphis were able to get a get back in that second game, they still need a get back because Golden State and Milwaukee, they stole. I shouldn't say stole, they didn't rob anybody, but they stole the home court advantage. And now it's those others' opportunities to steal it back, to take it back, to reclaim it. So that's what we'll be looking for in game 3 of both of those series. It is why we love sports. It's why we're so invested in basketball at a level that's different than what we're invested in football. It's not like more, it's just different, right? It's not that we're more invested in basketball, because we're not. We know that football is king in this country. But basketball presents a more intimate view, right? Like when you say this person versus this person in football, I always go, but they don't actually go against each other. Like people are like, oh, well, it's Brady versus Manning. And I'm like, but Brady plays offense and Manning plays offense. They'll never be on the field at the same time unless it's to shake hands and hug after the game. But in basketball, oh, no. It's Ja Morant versus Steph Curry. It's Jason Tatum versus Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, you get to see the individual matchups happen. And as we see these individual matchups happen, we know every time that person gets off, that person wants to get back. If you don't think Steph Curry is sitting back, like wringing his hands for game 3, right? Because, yeah, he went for 27, 9, and 8. That's great. 27, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. That gets the job done most of the time. But it don't get the job done when Ja Morant goes for 47, 8, and 8. And trust me, Ja Morant saw that Jordan Poole game one performance and went, oh, that's what we doing? Let me show you how I get down, youngster. And here's the reason why, like if we're really being honest about it, because nobody on Golden State can check Ja Morant. Like they don't even have a person on the team capable of, like you can't, Andrew Wiggins is a great defensive player. You can't put Andrew Wiggins on Ja Morant. That's barbecue chicken. But you also can't necessarily say, hey, Curry, he's all yours. And even if you do, even if people are playing good defense, sometimes he just says, I'm me. I'm me. And so I'm going for 47. You gotta love it. That's the get back. Because if you're a hooper, when somebody gets the best of you, whether it's individually or whether it's as a team, you take it personal. You want immediate retribution. I remember when I played basketball in high school and in college, like it was interesting because the moment that I lost a game, the only thing I could think about was getting back to another game to make it right. And if I knew that I was going to play that team that I lost to again, I could not wait to play that team again. See, it's even better in like travel ball and stuff, because in travel ball, you essentially end up playing some of the same elite teams at every stop. because you're all going to the same place. So there's a chance you're going to meet. And so it would be fun because you would literally lose to a team today and then tomorrow, by circumstances of games, have to play that same team again. Yeah. Bring that ass here, boy. I'm on it. And as soon as I get the chance to make things right, to get my get back, I'm waiting for you to tell me you want to run it back again. That's why basketball was so great. And that's why we were so in shape playing basketball when I was a kid. Because you would play basketball outside, right? You'd be playing outside against somebody. You'd be going back and forth. They would get the best of you. Nah, let me get that back. You get the best of them. Nah, let me get that back. All of a sudden, 30 minutes turns into an hour, turns into 5 hours, and you're crispy. You're crispy dark because you've been in the sun all day. It's the best part about basketball. That's the reason why basketball players endear themselves to us so much. That's why we feel such a kinship with them. See, football is so impersonal because the helmet is on. And the only face that you see all the time usually is the quarterback's face or the head coach. Neither one of them are endearing outside of a couple of guys who just have that thing about them that makes people like them. But all football coaches are not endearing. It's almost as if you can't show emotion as a football coach. You can't want to get back as a football coach. You have to be stoic. That's what they've sold us on. You got to be stoic. You can't show emotion. You got to act like you've been there before. Why don't you act like you'll never be there again? I mean, that's an option too. Hey, I act like I might never get another touchdown. Or how about just act however you feel in the situation that you feel, right? But my point is that you get a more intimate look of players to players, and that's great because in life sometimes you just want to get back. Life sometimes comes at you all kind of sideways. Like if life was a person, if life could be a physical embodiment of a person, right? You'd want to slap the hell out of life sometimes. Because life be doing some real slick stuff. Life be talking real crazy out the mouth. And you can't get back. Can't get back sometimes. Sometimes you just got to take it. Oh, yeah, I lost, man. That's the worst, right? When you're playing and it's a loss and you know you can't get back. Like North Carolina, they can't get back for that national championship game unless they play Kansas in the national championship. The only way they can get back, the only get back is if they play Kansas in a national championship. And even then, it's still not a legitimate get back because the players who played in that game are not the players who are going to play in this game. Now, just for the record, North Carolina is bringing back a lot of people. We'll hopefully see you in the championship again. And yes, I said you know me. So that's the beautiful thing about basketball. That's the thing that we love is that opportunity to I'm watching. I'm all in, man. I'm all in. These games have been great. Not necessarily the games themselves always being the most entertaining, but it's been great. It's been great to watch. And I'm going to keep on watching. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Do this thing a few times a week. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree. But whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. And if you're joining me on the YouTube channel, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're joining me on Facebook, make sure that you are liking the page. If you're joining me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever at Gene Clemens. You know what the vibes is. Until next time, peace.